Good morning. My name is Father Rayappa. This is the mango season in India. Month of May, mangoes are sold millions of tons, and people consume millions of tons. And there are good mangoes and bad mangoes. What I mean by good mango is naturally ripening, and bad mango is artificially uh, ripening with chemicals like calcium carbide with acetylene gas. Gasoline gas is good, that's natural, that's the way the nature produces in the tree. Um, so mangoes can be ripened naturally. But acetylene is produced artificially through chemicals, and both the gases do the same thing. They induce the ripening process in fruits and even vegetables. And it is uh, it is very interesting in India. People buy anything in the market without questioning, without investigating. If you want to buy ripened mangoes, today you need to be a wise shopper, and because you put mango in your mouth and you ultimately put it in your body, and it can harm your body. Uh, when you're wondering which mangoes naturally ripen and unnaturally ripen. Anyway, I'm going to give you some clues, some tips and techniques how to identify a naturally ripened mango and unnaturally ripened mango. Nowadays, artificially ripened mangoes are generally being sold in the market. I'm talking about 95% for all the mangoes are artificially ripened. Such mangoes are ripened using calcium carbide. How to identify such mangoes at the time of buying the same? Is it possible to differentiate the same from the naturally ripened mangoes by physically examining the mangoes? Mango is a juicy fruit, loved by all, especially enjoying drinking cold mango juice in summer season. But presently, due to less rainfall, mangoes are not ripened properly on time. So the mango vendors add artificial ripening agents to mangoes, for example, calcium carbide, which is harmful to human body. So when you buy artificial mangoes, you can identify. For example, you take a mango, you find green patches along with yellow and maybe easily different from natural mangoes. It's an instinct. Look at a mango, the color is strange, and you feel a little creepy about it. When you take the mango and see the color is not even. It's yellow, green, patches of yellow, so forth and so on, and you know it's artificially ripened. It can also be identified by the taste. After eating artificial mangoes, you may have a burning sensation on your throat. You can't eat in a store. If you're buying a bulk, you can ask the shopkeeper to cut a mango, um, just to sample a mango, and you eat it. The taste, it's a in our DNA, our body can detect what is good and what is bad. So our body has a ability. So when you eat it, it will tell you, no, something is not right. This mango, I don't want it. So artificial mango is our tongue and our body and our DNA and our senses. They sense something danger and they alert, danger, 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 don't eat it, don't buy it. So you can taste the mango and you can pretty much identify yourself. Basically, the easiest way to check such mangoes are through color, second odor or smell, the third is hardness. This is a simple way, three ways you can identify naturally ripened mango and artificially ripened mango. Color, the color of artificially ripened mangoes is not uniform. It is not consistent throughout the mango. The colors vary, like yellow, green, red, patches. So immediately you should know it's not a naturally ripened mango, it's artificially. Chemicals have done that kind of coloring. So immediately you know it is no good for you. The second one is odor or smell. Smell of mangoes which are artificially ripened by calcium carbide have a peculiar smell which is not pleasant. You don't smell the real mango smell. Rather you smell probably some chemical, some traces, some bits can be traced out on the skin of a mango. Your nose is quite sensitive. Your nose can alert. Our nose is a very important organ in the body which can smell and tell, okay, eat it, and you don't eat it. So you should listen to the nose. Sometimes our reason overrides our instincts. Our instincts are smart. Brain makes mistakes. Instincts, they don't make mistakes. So all human errors are the outcome of our brain, not instincts. The other creatures, they follow instincts. The monkeys go and smell, they eat the mango. And they smell, if they don't, they sense an alarm, whether they never eat those fruits. So I think odor, smelling a mango is very important. It can tell you, believe me, 95% you have the skill to detect which is a good one, which is a bad one. The third is hardness. Such mangoes are comparatively hard. You see, naturally, my ripened mango, you take it and you squeeze it. Wow, it squeezes softly. The pulp is soft. It is ripened evenly. The whole mango is ripened and color is unique and uniform. And hardness is not hard. It is soft. But when you take an artificially ripened mango and make a squeeze it, you know it's hard. It's hard. Your hand also can tell you and alert to the brain, there is something creepy about this mango. There's fishy. I don't want it. Calcium carbide is used to artificially ripen the mangoes and even other fruits. It is not harmful if used in specific amount. However, if the fruit attracts bacteria, then it may consider harmful. If any other agent is being used to artificially ripen the fruit, then that could be one issue with the health, with the human health. Here are some more tips and techniques to identify good mangoes and bad mangoes. Here are some ways to identify if these fruits are artificially ripened. Number one, get a bucket of water and put the mangoes in it. If the mangoes float, then it is artificially ripened. If the mangoes goes down the water, then it is naturally ripened. Second tip, it lacks an uniform color. So at one point, they may look orange on one side and a bit whitish on the other. That issue of the uniformity can be a big clue. If the color is uniform, it's not uniform, reject the mangoes. If it is uniform, you can buy them. Number three tip, they're different. They differ in taste. Most of the artificially ripened mangoes feel hollow in taste. You bite it and you don't get the fullness of a mango. You get There is something missing. You crave. Probably you throw that mango and you run to store and buy another mango. So such kind of feeling. It feels hollow. Often the sweetness and wholesome feeling will be missing. Your tongue can tell you this is not a real mango. It is artificial. Number 4, smell of artificial agents is often obvious. You should definitely check it out. It's very, very. Sometimes you take a mango and smell, you don't smell mango, you smell chemicals. That's the time to drop a mango and run to some other store. Anyway, these are some of the obvious signs of ripened fruits. You can also check YouTube for how it qualifies for what makes any mango artificially ripened. So go for good mangoes, naturally ripened mangoes. Reject all the mangoes which are artificially ripened. Unfortunately, 95% of our Indian market is filled with artificially ripened mangoes. If you want to buy really organic and good mangoes, go to the wholesale and buy raw mangoes, green mangoes, and you bring them and you ripen in your house. Just put on the floor or put in a plastic bag. Within 2-3 days, you get naturally ripened mangoes. So usually when the shipment comes, that is the time you go immediately and buy it, because when they ship from other states, they don't use any chemicals. They come in a pristine state. No chemicals added at that point. When they ship, they wouldn't add chemicals, because ripened mangoes, they will be damaged in the shipment, so they don't do that. So once the mango arrives to the destination point, you tell the wholesale, make find a friend or make friendship with one vendor and tell him immediately the mangoes come, please give it to me. If you wait 1 or 2 hours, probably they will try to add some chemicals to it. So you just tell him no chemical, just raw mangoes. That is the way to eat a good fruit during the season of mangoes. Enjoy. I wish you all the best, because mango is the fruit of the gods. Goodbye.